Hey guys, and welcome to Off the Cuff. Today I want to talk to you about some of the sound resources that I frequently use. I'm going to start with the free ones and then later on move to the paid ones. Hope this video helps. Alright, I've got everything ready to go here, so let's start with SoundJ. SoundJ.com. Now this is a very good sound effects website. You won't find everything you're looking for, but it does have a lot of stuff. One thing that I find annoying about this website is the fact that you can't search through the sound effects properly. So for example, if I go to button sounds, you've got a whole bunch of sound effects. As you see, you can preview them, but then you've got a whole bunch of pages that you have to go through in order to find more. So they're all just like labeled button sound 5, 6, 7 and so on. Some of the others are similar, but yeah, it's just the navigation in this website on this website is not the greatest. But hey, what can you ask for? Free sound effects. Pretty good website. Always use this one. Now next up we have BFXR. So you can download a standalone for Windows and Mac of this, but I'm also sure that if you have Adobe Flash Player installed, it does actually work online. Now Flash is pretty much dead and it's being blocked on a lot of new systems, so you might be better just downloading the executables depending on what your computer makes you do. But it is a very cool program where you basically change a whole bunch of settings and it creates retro style sound effects for you. So things like explosions, jumps, etc, etc. It's very cool and you can play around with it for a long time. And if you're making 8-bit games, you most likely won't need anything else for sound effects but this. I mean, if you are really nitpicky and a bit of a perfectionist, you might want to get other 8-bit resources, but I think that for most people's what most people need, this is very sufficient. I actually love this program, and whenever I'm making anything that's retro styled, I always use this. Next up we have freesound.com. Now this website is sort of like an open source sound project. It's very cool. It's got news, very good website. Just be careful when you're using some of these sounds because they all have different license types, and you want to check that out before you use them in your games. Sometimes they're all free, but different attributions are required, like credits and games and things like that. So just make sure that you are aware of what you're downloading before you do. Okay. All right. So that's the free sound effects that I use. Music wise, it gets a bit harder, but I will soon show you a website that is absolutely awesome for that, and the music is actually very cheap. So we'll start off with some sound effects, some paid sound effects. So this website, Imfenzia, you might just want to copy that. I can't pronounce it properly. I think it's Imfenzia. Basically, if I just go to imfenzia.com, I think maybe, let's just have a look. Might load a different, I think there are two different things. Okay, so yeah, a whole bunch of stuff here. So you've got, they make games, something else. Okay, so you've got music and sound effects. Haven't checked out the music side here, but let's just have, I do use this sound effects library. I quite frankly, using opus.com, which I'll talk about soon, I don't really need anything else for music because those guys are awesome, and I've never had any issues with them, and they're very cheap and royalty free. So let's just get to the sound effects here. This is an awesome library. I absolutely love it. So haven't had a look at this, but all we're looking at is the game ready sound packs. Okay, now this is what I've got. 5,000 category game ready sound effects for any game genre. really cool. There is anything from explosions, 8-bit, musical stings, sound effects, everything you can think of. Okay, there is always going to be something that you require that won't be there, but this is very full featured. Love this library. Okay, and for $39.95 it is, I'm pretty sure this is in American dollars, by the way. You can't ask for much better. It's I love this library. They do update it, and I think you get like, pretty sure you get like 5 free downloads. So when you download it, you can download it another 4 or 5 times after that, and they do often add more sound effects to it. So yeah, very cool. Love that library. So next up we have Opus.com. Actually, we're going to do Sound Rangers first. So we'll just shuffle it around a little bit because we've done sound effects here. So we're going to go to another sound effects library. Now, if you buy this library here and you can't find a particular sound effect that you're looking for, Sound Rangers is one of the best and well organized sound effects libraries I found online. Their music is a little bit more expensive. I don't like getting music from here. Again, I'll talk about where I get music from soon. So I don't use this for the music side. They've got too many license types for my liking. Okay, I just want something simple. When I download my music, I want to be able to just go, hey, you know, this is royalty free, I can use it as I like, and I've paid some money for it, and all good, I've got a license, right? Here you've got like, oh, you've got to buy a web license, and then you can have so many copies of your game being sold and all this sort of stuff. So I don't like getting into all that stuff, so that's why I don't use this part. But the sound effects, they're different. So if you click on sound effects, let's just have a look at game sounds here, and let's go to, I don't know, button sound effects. All right, as you see, you can go click, right? That's just a general click, and there you pay money for it. So this is really good when you're looking for something specific that you can't find in maybe a library package like the one here, the universal sound effects one that I absolutely love. Okay, but sometimes you will be missing a couple of sound effects that you might need. Like, let's say there might be a boing sound effect that you might be missing. This will be a website you will most likely find it on. Okay, so that way you can just pay or buy one-offs, right? Cool. Now next up is one of my favorite websites, and that is opus.com. So opuzz.com. Now these guys make music, and I love this website. Just to give you a really quick example, let's have a look at jazz, blues, and funk. I've used a lot of these things for my click play games. I think, again, this one utilizes Adobe Flash Player. So if you want to preview them, you might have to download them unless your computer supports Flash or your browser. Now, they really should update their thing because, yeah, a lot of new PCs, new systems are making it hard for people to actually do this, but there is ways of enabling it. It just makes it difficult for people. So anyway, you get these songs. They also come on CDs. Basically, the more you buy, the cheaper it is. I'm just going to have a really quick check here. Go more info, and as you see, this comes with a whole bunch of variety. So you've got the main song, which is 2 minutes 21 seconds, and you've got a stinger, which is like the short ending, 10-second version, 15-second, 30-second, 60-second version, and an alternate mix. Usually the alternate mix is just a toned down version of the normal song. Okay, and some of them have some voices in the background, but most of them are just instrumentals, and they're perfect. They've got so many different genres, and as you see, if you buy this, right, $34.99, you get all these versions. Now, even better, you can get the whole CD, as they release CDs with I think 10 tracks on it, and you will get a whole CD with all these versions, one for each of the 10 tracks. So all these versions of each of the 10 tracks for only $49. Now that's a really good deal. Now it gets even cheaper the more and more CDs you buy. So if you do have some spare money and want to buy some of these music tracks, then this is one of the best resources that I found, honestly. Well, this is the best resource for music that I found. I haven't found anything that rivals this yet. Now, awesome website. Give it an explore. Right, next up, 8-Bit Weapon. Now I absolutely, I was just on this last one, I'll tell you about later, but 8-Bit Weapon, I'm pretty sure this is a couple and they make retro songs. I'm pretty sure they play live and they do chiptune music. So yeah, you can check out their website, pretty cool. I actually had a look at some of their videos and stuff. But what I'm interested here right now is the store page and this one called Chiptune Odyssey. I've bought this a while ago and it's amazing. It's a bunch of loops. It's a loop library. I'll just read this out. A Chiptune Odyssey is a loop library that contains real sounds from each of the following computers: consoles, Apple II, Commodore 64, NES, Game Boy, and the Atari 2600. Each system's library has everything from drums, bass, and synth to special effects. Both Michelle, aka Computer Her, and Seth have featured song demos built into the collection that you can remix to boot. So it works with Acid, Ableton Live, blah 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 blah. Okay, so I've used this with Acid to make a basic song out of the loops, and it's a lot easier than you guys might think. I've made a track for one of my old games called Maxploder using this, and I was really surprised at how easy it was to use. So if you are looking at making chiptune music and you don't have a lot of money to pay somebody to make one for you, or to make a song for you, or you don't have the know-how to make this from scratch yourself, then this is definitely an easy and really efficient, fun way to go. Okay, again, digital download is $39.95. So these are really good. Love this. Okay, so if you might find my old game Maxploder floating around the internet. I am going to work this year on remaking a lot of my stuff, because it's a lot of the old games are broken because of Flash and stuff like that. So if you do find it, you can hear the sample of that I've made using this. It's pretty cool. I actually really enjoyed making it, and it was really easy. And again, this does contain samples in on the CD, on the digital download as well. So the last one I was looking for was I used to buy there used to be a bunch of sound effect libraries from the game creators. These are the guys who make like a lot of 3D software to make games and stuff like that. I've bought some of their stuff. I'm not saying that it's not good. It is good, but it just doesn't suit me, okay? However, their libraries were awesome. I've got a couple of them on my computer, but I can't find their stuff anymore. This was paid sound effects, and they were brilliant. They had some really cool stuff. They had the libraries organized into like swords and guns and tanks and like arcade sounds and puzzle sounds and just a whole bunch of stuff, right? And now I can't find any of it, so I might email them and see what they've done. But I think they've probably removed them for maybe they're planning something in the future. But if they do come back with those sound effects, I'll do an update to this video. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out, that is a library that I've bought a while ago, a couple of them that I've been using quite often, but again can't find those anymore. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame. But yeah, hopefully you find something in this list that you like, and hopefully I made your sound effects / music hunting a little bit easier. See you guys next time.